उफ।
कितना गंदा पानी देखो, कितना गंदा पानी
अब
है,
देखो
देखो
मैम, स्कूल
कितना।
के बच्चे इस पानी को पी रहे हैं।
एक चूहा मरा पड़ा।
चूहा है वो। Today's story connects a river that is the lifeline of millions of people to nearly 25 deaths. This is Delhi's Yamuna, a river that no political party has truly been able to fix. In fact, many would say the Yamuna looks like this almost everywhere. Don't you agree? If you stand here on the spot, it genuinely feels like no river could be in worse shape than this one. But just a few months ago, in a village along the banks of this river, people suddenly started dying. One, then two, then many more. Official records mention around 10 deaths, but villagers claim the real number is somewhere between 25 and 30. Why did this happen? Where did it happen? And was the water responsible?
ये जो पानी भरा हुआ है, इसी के नीचे से मेन वाटर पाइपलाइन है जो भोजपुरी गांव से मच्छाई से गांव के लिए आ रही है। और यहाँ पानी भरा होने के कारण वो गंदा पानी उस लाइन में जाता है और वो उस लाइन में जाके फिर वहाँ चैम्बर्स में जो छोटे बूस्टर हैं उनमें स्टोर हो जाता है, फिर पूरा गांव वो यूज़ करता है पीने के लिए।
The Delhi government's plan is to draw groundwater from the Yamuna floodplain through bore wells and supply it directly to people's homes. A similar system has already been implemented in Palwal, Haryana. According to local residents, around 25 people have died here. Yet the condition of the local primary health center is shocking. There is no doctor, basic medical tests are not being conducted. Even samples collected during health camps have reportedly gone missing. Nobody seems to know what is happening. Most people here believe the deaths are linked to the water. Can a system function like this? Can a state that says drinking water is a basic right under the Jal Jeevan mission supply water to every household, yet have no accountability for whether that water is actually safe?
ये चौराहा है।
देखो मैम, जहाँ हम खड़े हैं फिलहाल ये करंट लोकेशन पे, ये जो रास्ता है ये रास्ता मठीपुर गांव को पीएससी से कनेक्ट करता है। ये रास्ता ठीक है जी, ये रास्ता। और यहाँ 3-3 फुट पानी होता है मैम बरसात के टाइम पे। अभी तो खाली हो गया, जनवरी तक यहाँ 3 फुट पानी था मैम। और जो ये रास्ता है ये हुचपुरी गांव को कनेक्ट करता है। और जो ये रास्ता है ये खेड़ली ब्राह्मण गांव है, उस गांव को कनेक्ट करता है यहाँ से। लेकिन ये तीनों हमारी पीएससी के अंडर आते हैं। हमारी पीएससी इसको कवर करती है तीनों गाँवों को। 8 या 10 गाँव हैं जो हमारे पीएससी के अंडर में आते हैं।
This is the road leading to the hospital. We are heading to the hospital where around 10 to 15 people, perhaps even more according to the villagers, were first brought after they fell seriously ill. But when we reached the hospital, another disturbing question emerged. Only 3 people were sitting outside the gate. The Ayushman Arogya Mandir, the local primary health center, was almost empty. There was no doctor present. Even the most basic medical facilities weren't visible. One question kept coming back. When people started falling ill one after another in February, many showing symptoms similar to liver failure, what actually happened here? Eventually, we managed to speak to a doctor posted at the PHC over the phone, but the doctor refused to comment on the incident, saying only that a health camp was underway in the village. The more we saw, the more questions emerged. Even after 2 months, the most basic question remained unanswered. Why did these people die? And despite everything, this is still how the health system functions? 7 to 8 villages depend entirely on this one PHC. You've already seen the condition inside. Outside, the roads are no better. The main road from the village remains flooded for long periods, and several nearby villages have no proper connectivity at all. Villagers told us that during heavy flooding, the roads become completely impassable. If someone suffered liver failure or any other medical emergency, where could they possibly go? In stories like this, you usually find a clear chain of events, from the river to storage to people's homes. But to understand the government's role in this water supply system, we decided to visit government schools to see how drinking water reaches students. When we arrived, the teacher noticed our camera, handed us RO filtered water and said, "This is what we drink." But was that water meant for the teachers or for the children? Nobody gave a clear answer. Everyone spoke hesitantly. There were 2 schools on the same campus, a senior secondary school and a primary middle school. Different people gave different answers. Some said the water came through tankers, others said they relied on bore wells. The earlier claim about RO water seemed to disappear. Then a woman working there pointed us towards the actual source.
ना बालक तो वहाँ पे पी में और वहाँ पे उधर रहे में पानी का टैंक था।
In one corner of the school campus was a chamber where water from the Yamuna first arrives before being pumped into the school for children to drink. The booster chamber was full of stagnant water. There were mosquitoes everywhere. We could even see a dead rat floating inside. This is the water being supplied to school children. And that brings us to the central question of this entire journey. What really happens to the water between the river and people's homes? Because in this village, people received water connections, the pipelines were laid, the government scheme was implemented, but when people started dying, no one could tell them why. The country may be able to count water connections and display live dashboards, but it still cannot answer for the deaths that happened here.
ये वो जगह है जिसके बारे में सालों से खबरें छप रही हैं, इलीगल माइनिंग माफिया। लेकिन एक बात मुझे समझ नहीं आती, अगर ये सब इलीगल है तो फिर इतना खुलेआम ये कैसे हो रहा है? हरियाणा और राजस्थान के बॉर्डर पर हम जा रहे थे, तभी सबसे पहले हमें दिखने लगे ढेर सारे गुजरते हुए ट्रक्स, सब के सब पत्थरों से भरे हुए। फिर हमें दिखने लगे अरावली के पहाड़, लेकिन इन पहाड़ों में कुछ बहुत ही अजीब था। ये बीच बीच से टूटे हुए थे, छोटे छोटे पत्थरों से इनके स्लोप्स भरे हुए थे। और फिर हमें जो दिखा वो भयानक था। पूरे पहाड़ गायब हो चुके थे। और यही पहला सवाल खड़ा होता है, पहाड़ कोई सामान तो है नहीं जो रात में चोरी हो जाए। पहाड़ गायब हो रहे थे तो किसी को दिख कैसे नहीं रहा?